Wow, I look hungover. Not bad for somebody who doesn't drink. No, I don't know what's up with my hair this weekend. It wants nothing to do with a comb or a brush, so I'm just gonna look stupid on camera today. That's what's gonna happen. Hello all, welcome to the stream. For those of you who have just signed in for the first time. Oh, Sam, hi Sam! Heck, I actually saw you first on the chat. And Paul! Wow! On the chat on the screen, because I have this screen like right in front of me until I switch it back for when I draw. And Shiro, hope you both having a great day. I'm having a great day. It's not too hot, not too cold, I'm not too miserable. I finally got my Lush order. And I've been washing my face with stuff that smells like butterscotch pudding, and my face actually feels clean. I'm happy. That's because it got some grit in it, so when I wash my face, it scrapes, and then it finally pulls off all the dry skin, and I've been playing Pixel Remaster every free second I've had because I need the mental downtime. Played 4, beat 4, I still need to finish some parts in 6, I need to finish the Fanatics Tower. I'm always struggling at the Fanatics Tower, no matter what level I am. Like, I struggle less with Kefka's Tower than the Fanatics Tower. That's how bad the Fanatics Tower can be. Played 4, beat 4, played 5, beat 5. I'm not doing these in order, clearly. And I started on Final Fantasy 2. Final Fantasy 2, which I've never went further than the first town. Because the leveling up system in that game is shit tier. I mean, it's different. I mean, it's shit tier. Like, you need to receive damage to raise your defense. And don't heal yourself too much if you want to raise your health. And then you have to attack with certain weapons to raise your level in that weapons to give more damage. And then you have to learn certain spells to raise different stats. So yeah, I've put all the cheats on at max. Because Pixel Remaster comes with those. And the encounter rate is so high in that game. Like, I'm strong enough that I can afford to turn the encounter rate off in certain dungeons just because I want to make more than 5 steps in a frickin' dungeon. Like, please, let me go forward. So now I actually am way further in that game right now than I usually am in my other copies. Because the cheats makes the game somewhat tolerable to play. But there is so much backtracking. Like, plot-wise, it makes sense, okay? You're not an adventurer, you're not an explorer. You're like recon, you know? You have to go to certain places and come back to report to Princess Hilda. But that's all you frickin' do. And I'm on foot. I have access to an airship, but it's a rental. It's basically a glorified chocobo. I have to pay to go to one place, and then the airship fucks off, and I have to hoof it back on foot, back to Altair to talk to Princess Hilda. I'm glad this version comes with cheats, because holy jeez. And did I mention I'm playing all of these in Spanish in order to force myself to learn Spanish? If anything now, if I need to cast spells at somebody in Spanish, I can do it. Sorry, in Heshizo, assuming I'm pronouncing that right. There is no shame in mispronouncing a word, it just means that you've read it somewhere. I didn't really do anything artistic this week, so I got nothing new to show you guys. Neat! Like, I didn't even pick up the sketch cards from last week's coloring challenge. Hey, wake up. I don't know why I bother with the wheel. The wheel is broken on this thing at this point. I mean, I've had this thing for a couple of years and I'm pretty harsh on it, so I'm not really surprised if something broke. Oh, I'm gonna drop some more sylphs. There we go. Yay, fun! Fun, fun, fun. Are you awake there? No. Like, I still recommend getting this thing if you work with Clip Studio. I'm just saying, mine looks new, but it's a good couple of years old now, and the wheel just doesn't work as well as it used to. So let's see. Just gonna move this here. And once again, I wrote today's script this morning because I'm just that creative. I'm gonna move this here. So nice and bright when I have a white screen. Like, all my stuff is in night mode to be easier on my eyes. Might as well jump. Jump! Go ahead and jump! Cease and desist. Universal, Paramount, whatever owns that song. And boop. Oh, this works so nice. Took me forever to figure out how to make this overlay. But when it takes me forever to figure out something, I wonder why I should keep it for myself, you know? Because there's a lot of people out there. Like, people will ask them, what kind of brush you use? And they'd be like, oh, it's not the brush, you have to practice drawing. Yes, you have to practice drawing. Let them have the brush regardless. It's not gonna make them magically better, but let them have the fucking brush. Let them play with it. It's like me, I'm trying to play with watercolors more and more. And why would I hide the kind of brush that I'm using? It doesn't make me suddenly better to have this brush over this brush. But if it looks good for me, it would look good for someone else practicing equally. Seems to me. Oh yeah, sure, I'll finish an animation. Yes! Is it posted? As I was saying, quick before I forget, it doesn't make sense to me to hoard knowledge to myself, is what I was going for. Oh! Speaking of forgetting, I did do something new. I did this yesterday, actually, because I joined a Super Mario RPG collab. I mean, might as well spoil mine, because the deadline is in November, and by the time it shows up, I'm going to have forgotten about it. So the character I was assigned to... Well, I wanted to draw Booster, but Booster was taken by the time they accepted me into the collab. It's posted. Okay, so I'm gonna go check on your YouTube real quick. I just want to finish this. And there's like a ton of stuff that I've tried. Like, this is just a default background I happen to have. I think I downloaded somewhere on the asset store, but like I download thousands of stuff from the asset store. But it's not the background that we'd like to talk about. The colored line art here is an auto action that I had downloaded. Like if you can see here, it looks really weird. If I take this out, it's colored normal. It's an overlay thing. Another thing I tried, the rim light, that's all manual. That's just me tracing the lines with a blue set on Add Glow. Now the lights and shading, that was me trying out the Clip Studio 2.0 tool shading assist. It does have copyrighted music though. Oh, So if I play it on the stream, I'm going to have to put it on mute, so I don't get yelled at later on. But yeah, I used the shading assist tool only because I wanted to work with it. But I still say, because I had to do a lot of editing to it afterwards, use it as a reference if you have simple shapes. And then I used another auto tool to try and do that burning outline to make the light look a little bit more natural. I think it came out well. I had set the lighting right on the flame, and there's tons of stuff you can do to that lighting. Like you can see what it did. It made 3 different layers that I then was able to edit. The tone here is from the coloring of the edges that are a bit more saturated to make the lighting more natural. Like I only worked like 2 or 3 hours on this thing, but it was a lot of work for a drawing this simple. But I was trying out new stuff, and I think it came out cool. Fauzo is an enemy from Super Mario RPG Legend of the 7 Stars. You usually find him in a secret chest. Those floating chests with the question mark on it. Now, I'm gonna leave Fauzo on the screen for now while I go see if I can remember the name of Sam's YouTube channel. Fa-la-la. Okay, is the one you posted 1 day ago? Whoops. I'm pretty sure a couple of violins isn't going to be that much of a trouble. Of course, I'm sure it's good. Yeah, okay. From what I'm seeing, it would definitely be better with the sound, which I can't put on the... So I'm just going to start it over. And copy and paste in the chat if you guys want to see it. With the sound, which would be way better. That's gonna be 3 minutes. 3 minutes, so we're going to relax while it happens. And by relax, I mean we're going to play an automatic round or two of Battle Royale. Look at him bounce. I'm definitely going to watch this with the sound after. I'm enjoying the bouncing at least. Oh joy, one of the bots won again. Whoop-de-doo. Oh. Thank you, Annan. Very appreciated. Thank you. Yeah, I got sounds now. I get it. Because I've been looking at these models and I was noticing that they were like taller and that Cartman looked skinnier. And it reminded me of something. And now I know. It reminded me of the redesign of the Animal Crossing characters when they decided to institute like pants and stuff like that, and they gave the models necks. That's what it reminded me of. The Animal Crossing playable character redesigns made them taller and skinnier. That's interesting. Cute animation. I'm looking forward to actually hearing it. And my controller fell back asleep again because that was 3 minutes of inactivity. Come on. Wake me up before you go. Come on. There we go. Now see what I was talking about? I'm moving the wheel and nothing is happening. Barely. See? Now if I do it on the mouse, it's working perfect. If I push on the wheel, it's working perfect. But if I roll it, it's struggling like I'll get up. Now, the script is right there. How about we get started? Almost half an hour in and we haven't started yet. That's how you know shit's interesting. I've also been working on the ash can coming up of Barbarian Queen Charybdis. Like, I'm just on panel 1, so that's why I haven't posted it on my Patreon. I am allowed to post the whips and the final early on my Patreon, so I will be doing that soon as I'm done, page by page again, but it's 2-page, so... Excited for any new movies lately? No? Seriously, no? I don't really watch movies. That's pretty much what's going on. A lot of people ask me, you're gonna go watch this, you're gonna go watch that, or you're gonna go watch a Barbie movie? Like, sure, I was excited and I went to see the Mario movie because it's Mario. I grew up with Mario. I am literally older than Luigi. But there's literally some movies that I want to watch and they've been out for a couple of years now and I still haven't watched them, so yeah. Like, if anything, I'm more excited for the release of the HD remake of Super Mario RPG than I am about any movies soon. Barbie movie might be good. So my viewership is excited for the Barbie movie, and that is fantastic. I am okay with that. I used to play with Barbie. I think my favorite Barbie accessory that I've owned is the camping van. Of course, it was in the 80s, early 90s, so mine was like this bright pink that they decided to instaurate because turns out originally it wasn't just a marketing thing, it was to separate themselves from all the Barbie bootleggers. Because before the big pink overhaul, Barbie accessories, furniture, stuff like that, even the dream houses, they were normal colors. Oh yay, there's going to be a baby Shiro story. Look at the size of my head compared to my body. Speaking of Barbie, I'm wearing heart-shaped sunglasses here. I'm gonna draw this purple people pink. If only because this kid at the time did not have malicious intentions when asking me about my my sunglasses. They were genuinely curious at the time. Hi, Coco. I'm drawing a story that brought me misery again. Also, we briefly featured Sam's newest animation, but we had to cut the sound because the music was copyrighted, and like just yesterday I got like 10 notifications on 3-year-old videos that they had to mute some parts because the music might be copyrighted. I am paying a license to use this music. Fuck you, Facebook. Yay for misery. Misery doesn't involve a sledgehammer, I hope. No, I was too young at 5 years old to lift one. I know it's my first grade teacher, so let's give this purple people some curly hair. See what I did there? I knew you read Stephen King. Hey Sam, what's up? I am so tired I read that hey Sam, shut up. And I was like, what? I'm not exhausted. It's just my eyes that are tired, really. It's just with this heat I hadn't been able to do my treadmill, so I'm kind of all over the place with my energy levels. And I don't want to hear anything about that teacher meaning well, because that's the same teacher that slapped me across the face over a muffin. I was 5 years old. And of course, when put on the spot, abusers magically don't remember the stuff they did. Because of course I asked her about it when I was an adult and I happened to meet her. And she must have a guilty conscience or something, because when she told me that she was retired and I said, you must have been tired. She understood that. She understood that as you must have been sick of kids, because she was highly defensive in her reply. Got some special gummies to try to deal with and some anti-inflammatory meds. Yay, adulthood. Was it teacher Sean Connery? Nah, she was female, so maybe more like Sean Connery. So anyway. This is my second cup of tea in the same amount of months. I can't check my blood pressure anymore. I busted the machine somehow. So yeah, my summer has been special so far. Now I know I said that the 90s sketch cards were supposed to come out and be available this week. I haven't posted them. They are available. I just haven't posted them. Here's the fun thing about CPS. If the problem is at school, they will absolutely ignore that and really try to shoehorn in abuse at home. But if there is abuse at home, from what I've heard, they're not going to do fuck all. Or if they do, it's going to be the worst possible thing that they can think of. Giving her that Miss Grundy from Archie comic strip. To move that here because we are having a little touchy problem here. There we go. Am I still on Victor? I'm still on Victor. Bah. Here's the thing though. I don't know if she's super professional of them. Yeah. I don't know if she's the one that called CPS on my parents. That I don't know, because of course they're going to protect the aggressor. I mean, the reporter. I do know that apparently the reporter said that I once said to a little kid that was crying that it's okay, it's been a while since I had my slap before going to bed. I have no memory of this at all. But one of two things could have happened. One, they completely made that up to try and cover the fact that I was abused at school. Or two, I said that in reference to the abuse I was taking at school. Because probably I was having a good week and nobody was beating me up. And of course, without context, people would think that I was being abused at home. I wish I could remember. I don't even know what the kid looked like. Because if that really happened and I could remember it, then, you know. But if I can't remember it, I would assume that either it wasn't an important memory for me to remember or it didn't happen. Because this is literally just about a mosquito bite and I can remember in my head where I was. It was before the music room was built in the old cafeteria area. And I was with Marilyn. And she's the one that asked me, and she pulled me over to go and show Wendy. And the glasses that I wore were yellow, which I'm going to represent in the comic. Now, I was 5. If I can remember this so clearly, why can't I remember telling another kid that it's been a while since I had my slap before bed? I'll do you one better. I can remember the family name of these two girls. I'm just not gonna say it online, but still. You guys get what I mean, you know? Shiro would really like it if you would stop talking about the abuse you suffered in school. Well, stop abusing kids in school, and I'll stop talking about it! That's the deal. Hold up your part. And here begins the long saga of me hating being called a liar to an extreme degree. Like even my mom. Yeah, but you used to exaggerate a lot. That's it. Like decades after finding out that everything I was exaggerating about was true. In school, son of a gun was considered a swear word. Probably for the gun. No tolerance and zero tolerance. Yeah, you don't tolerate when the victims fight back. That's what you don't tolerate. I don't know why I drew a short sleeve here. I'm gonna cut that off because I used to wear joggings like all the time. No, because it was close to the female dog word. And that's better? That's a better justification? Somebody watched the secret Porky Pig shorts on YouTube. And I'm going to leave it at that. I just watched Marvel and The Simpsons. Okay. Did I miss something in the conversation? Alright, I'm gonna take a little sippy sippy. That's how I learned what the B word was. Then you should have explained it like Bart did in that one episode. You're going down anyway, so might as well go down being a smartass. That's the way I saw it after a while. Whether I did good or I did bad, I was going to get punished either way. So I stopped making efforts in school. If you gotta go down as a legend. I'm burping and it tastes like fake crab. Which with black tea is not the best. Blah. And here we are with Joel's part. Joel's favorite part. Drinking is so smooth. Use your elbow, use your shoulder. I've had a comment recently on one of the Power Trip pages that said, "Kid, I know you're on a time crunch, but this is more Samus than Peach." And I was like, I hope you're talking to the character Chemical and not me. Chemical is a kid, yeah. Chemical is like barely in her 20s, like just enough for her to get a Koopa doctorate or something, so she can actually do all this science she does. I am non-binary and 40. I haven't been a kid in a long while. And I was thinking, well, I hope you're talking to Chemical, because the curse of being the same height I was in 6th grade. I'm not kidding, I was a gigantic kid. But then, well, puberty kicked in and that stopped the bone structure. I'd say sorry for the constant burping, but it's not gonna stop it, so. Never apologizing for the constant zooming in and out. I don't stream myself playing video games, so this is what you're getting. I'm already monetizing one of my favorite hobbies. I'm not gonna try and hustle the other one too. Because then I would be obligated to play the video game at certain times for certain periods of times. And to talk on top of that, no. I'm gonna burn out. And I just finished watching a video about hustle culture. And the girl admitted that she was working 80 hours a week just to provide content, plus her day job. And this is why my YouTube is pretty much only the live stream 1 day a week. And before that it was a monthly review of an art box. But then I unsubscribed, not because the art box was bad, but I couldn't afford it anymore. I do like the idea of surprise art boxes, because then I got to play with art supplies that I would never think of using. And some I kept. Some I threw out the window, figuratively. Lately I've been really wanting to do some more toys, but sourcing the material is very hard. And when it comes to plushies, it can get expensive. Plus I've on my quest to find a tailor for my suit. We went to that shop in the next town over that I used to go for some of my fabric, and they don't sell fabric anymore. It's just fashion and some alterations. I'm back. I had to deal with a hoarder queen. Bah. So what did my mom have to say? Tell you about... Oh, okay, no problem. Speaking of hoarding, I really need to continue cleaning up my my clothes cupboard. I need to at least get rid of the clothes that don't fit anymore. And that's what's making me procrastinate, because I have to try these clothes on. And that's a lot of exercise I'm not willing to do. But I'm going to have to be willing to do it. Hey man, I am cleaning today to TLDR version. She wants to get every little scrap out of her apartment. Make it picture perfect before 7 a.m. Monday. That's not happening. I can appreciate the hustle, but that's not happening. At least I can get it done in one day. I need to clear out my closet too. Like, if we just go by the stuff I haven't worn in years, that I know I can get rid of. Like all of my quote-unquote fancy clothes, I know I'm not gonna wear them again. I know. I know for a fact. Like, there's a lot of changes that need to be done to my wardrobe. Like, there are 2 dresses in my wardrobe that I will not be getting rid of, if only because they are important historically. Which is my graduation dress and my my bridesmaid's dress for my mom's wedding. However, I'm well aware I'm never wearing these again. And not just because it's clear that they don't fit me anymore. I'm doing clothes closet this week. I got shirts and pants that are way too big. Heck, send them my way. Because in my case, it's getting rid of stuff that is way too small. Because there's no point in me being one of those people that keeps small clothes in hopes that I fit in them again. I'd rather be comfortable now than be full of clothes I will never wear ever again later. Know what I mean? And the two dresses that I just mentioned, they do not count. They have historical value to me. As I was about to say, though, the other reason why I am never wearing those dresses again is because I am just not comfortable in dresses. I am not. I feel seriously, physically ill trying to wear a dress. Like, I feel bad, it feels wrong, I feel vulnerable. I'm doing clothes, but I'm not gonna stress myself with a future task right now. Futile. Which is why there's one thing I don't super like about Mom is that she doesn't really take my issues seriously. Like, she knows I explained to her that I am not comfortable in dresses. Never was, honestly. And that it was super important to me to get a suit for my sister's wedding. And as we were looking for a tailor for that suit, one day she... Bye, Sam. I can only stand wearing dresses with shirts under. Shorts. Type a little slower, that's my problem too, Coco. And suddenly one day she texts me, there are no tailors that are willing to make a we went to see all the tailors that we had the connections to, and none of them wants to make a fuchsia suit. So are we going for a dress? And I was like, bitch, you're not listening to me, are you? I mean, I replied honestly. I said, fuck no. And that's how we ended up with the incredibly ill-fitting suit. But then because somebody, aka my sister, actually cares about my feelings, she managed to find a seamstress that could at least alter the suit. And to those of you that have seen the pictures, I will post public pictures eventually. I just want all the pieces together for a public posting. And for those of you that have seen the whip, I should say, of the suit, I look damn good in it. Like Mom says, she's trying to understand where I'm at with my gender representation, but between you and me, we all know she's not trying really super hard. Sometimes she means well, other times she forgets she's a good person. Like a lot of the time, Mom is proud. Shiro doesn't hide anything from me. And I'm thinking, well, that's because you don't care. That's because you don't give a shit. And like at the age I've got, like I know I'm the one you guys are gonna depend on when you're really old. And you're getting there because you're both in your 60s. You guys need me. So you guys kind of have no choice of going along with anything I say. And I'm not asking much here. If anything between the two, I would say that Dad at least tries. I wouldn't call Mom heartless, but when I say she doesn't care, I would say it's because her ADHD is incredibly mismanaged. At least that's what I think. Like she takes her medicine, her medicine and everything, but I still say that her medicine isn't doing it for her. Because she's still awfully scatterbrained. And when I say she doesn't care, what I feel it is, like, you know when you're neurodivergent and you're trying really, really hard to pay attention in school in a subject you don't care about. And you want to, and your brain says, no, fuck you, you're stuck not learning this and being told that you don't apply yourself. I feel that's what Mom's brain is like when I try to talk to her about anything. It's also why when she tries to do some small talk, And me myself, I do not like to do small talk. I need to have a story to go on to, or to explain something technical. Like just talking about the weather or what you doing. I'm literally doing nothing, mother. Like when you text me, I'm either working or playing a video game. So you will either listen to me talk about the video game's story or the techniques I'm using for art. And I know that in either case, you seriously do not give a single fuck. And you're gonna try to change the subject anyway. It would be the same for her, because if I wanted her to talk about her interests, she would either give me small talk or talk about one of her shows. And the shows she likes very rarely overlap with the shows I like, and I don't watch TV. So yeah, I like to think that Mom and I have a good relationship, but we struggle to talk to each other, you know? From lack of interest. Your teacher was a purple people eater. Pretty much all of them were. As I said earlier in the stream, this is the one that slapped me across the face at 5. Because I brought a muffin in class, a chocolate muffin. That was the problem. The muffin was chocolate. Therefore, I am a criminal, a war criminal at age 5. Okay. I'm gonna please myself and add some bright shine into the glasses. We're almost done already. Nice. The time you save when you don't draw backgrounds. You know, your comic is awesome. Thanks for a great show, Sharon. That's quite a boo-boo. Yeah. And as I was just about to say, I actually remember the event of me getting this mosquito bite on my eye. I remember being in bed in my first bedroom in the hovel. Because honestly, when my dad bought that house, I made a bootleg cookie about it. It was the room where with the support wallpaper because there was no wall behind the wallpaper. And I was in bed in that room, and I was just minding my own business, playing with Barbies. Right before bedtime, and suddenly I had a mosquito like right here, right in front of my eye. So of course I slapped it, but it had already bit me and I hadn't felt the actual biting. And then I went to see Mom because my eye was itching and it was already like... And like you could tell it was a bite and not just me punching myself in the face. I know I slapped myself, I didn't hit myself. And like there was even... Whatever bit me, I'm pretty sure it was a mosquito because, well, I saw it like 3 millimeters away from my eyeball. There was even a little bite mark on my eye. I'm allergic to cockroaches, dust, and cigarette smoke. My finger has hives on it right now. Ugh, poor thing. I just know I had CPS on my ass for like all my elementary school time and half of my high school time. For those wondering what I do to reverse the selection without having to go in the menu, it's Shift Command I on the Mac. Oh, mosquito bites. Those damn mosquitoes. Oh, are we going to Narsh? Is that why it's so windy suddenly in the soundtrack? Alright, to those of you who've played Final Fantasy VI, do you pronounce it Narsh or Narshi? I pronounce it Narsh. Of course, we're at the end of the stream, so I don't really expect you guys to answer this quick. But, to anybody watching the archive of this video, feel free to comment still. Alright, let's do a little look over before we finish. Yeah, we're good. We're done. Youpididou, j'ai pas n'y croire. Now you see, if you would listen to François Pérus and know French, this line would crack you up. And as usual, as with every end of stream, extra special caramel drizzle, rainbow sprinkle, chocolate covered thanks to our supporters. Amber B, Paul K, Miss Enovis, David F, Marianne J, Zedna, Supreme Crimson Leader, thank you for supporting me. It is immensely appreciated. Next live stream, of course, next Sunday at 1 p.m. EDT, EST, Eastern Time, my time, not your time, maybe your time. I don't know your time zone, I only know my own time zone. And as usual, hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. Had a lot of fun drawing it. I'm actually really liking the colors on this one this week, sorry. I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully with a better handle on my talking. I love you all, and bye-bye.